Good morning, my happy hour back. Here's the plan. Swimming pool tiles. They'll continue putting those floor tiles in. Skim coat all around downstairs. Ronell's going to keep attacking that. Security wire around the outside wall. Ceilings. The message this morning is they will start work on the living room. And of course, we are due to have the solar people in. If they make it, I will talk a little bit about the who, the what, the why, the how, and the how much. And I've got a challenge for myself, having just watched yesterday's video again, is to eliminate the word basically. Goodness knows how many times I said basically yesterday. So, that's got to go. Basically, what could possibly go wrong? Starting here at the pool, team of 5 again. Glenn's down here tapping into place the pool tiles. Jay will be doing the same momentarily. And then we've got 3 other guys. It looks like this is one of the new gentlemen, and maybe he's the fiddly bit expert. He's working on those little edging parts, filling in all the gaps. Ceilings. We'll start here where new Rico is working on the ceiling over the sunroom again. Looks like he's on his own at the moment. Ronell is back in the rather dim pantry, working on the skim coat here. I have no doubt he'll knock this one out today and then move on. In the master bedroom, we have got O'Donnell and original Rico working on the ceiling here. Just taking more measurements, and then Rico's getting them marked out and cut to shape. Something new. This is one of the electrical team who's putting in something that we haven't seen before. LED lights. This is what they're using. Warm white, almost yellow. But I'm going to go and try and find the box so we can have a look at exactly what they are. This is the bedroom at the front of the house in the middle. And we have a pair of legs. No idea what's going on in there. Don't want to push past him and knock him over. In the living room, we've got the scaffolding going up, or the platform at least, to start work on the ceiling in here. And Manny is just working on his school art homework and drawing out what the ceiling looks like. Manny. Manny, can I see? That's our ceiling. Not sure if we can see that clearly enough. We'll zoom in on the edit and hopefully get a bit of a feel for it. But again, it is 3 levels. We're almost at 8 o'clock. No sign of the solar team yet. But to be fair to them, that was the same story with the aircon crew. They typically came in and started work somewhere between 8 and 9, usually close to 8. So we'll see if the solar guys do come today. We're tucked away right at the southwest corner of the property, and Marvin is working on the security wire again. Only 2 of the guys today. Jeff apparently is feeling unwell. So they will be working across now this west-facing wall. I'm back here at the fish pond. Brother-in-law, Guidong, the man of perpetual motion, just smoothing out these edges around the fish pond. I gotta go and get him a hat. He says, no problem, it's vitamins. Well, it might be vitamins, and I know he's used to it, but I don't want him to get sunburn as well. It's just after lunch, and I'm really sorry, but it starts this afternoon with some bad news. The solar install is slightly delayed. It will now be next Monday, so about half a week away. Circumstances just got in the way. So, we'll stick with what we got and we'll start here at the pool, where the floor tiles now are extending towards the shallow end. We're under the bridge on this side. Still fiddly bits to do, but coming along nicely. We'll go and have a look at the other side. Not quite so advanced on this side, but a bit of cleanup going on, a bit of preparation of the floor surface, and I'm sure very soon this will be extended. While I'm here, I have talked about this before, but I know there are new people coming along for the ride. Are we going to do anything with the surface of the perimeter wall? And the answer is we're not going to plaster it, we're not going to do anything fancy. What we're going to try and do is to find a plant that we've seen elsewhere here. I guess it's a kind of an ivy that just trails up the wall and covers it completely, or we've seen it and it looks fabulous. Plastering was just, again, another cost too far on a wall that is 2.5 meters high on average and 635 meters long. So yeah, we had to abandon that idea. But the plant coverage that we've seen, if we can get it to grow here, it looks lovely. Obviously, it'll take a week or two. The ceiling in the sunroom coming along just nicely. And while we're here again, I'm going to apologise to Erwin. I mentioned in a video, was it yesterday? That last week, it sounded like what I said was he told me about 3 times it was his birthday. It wasn't Erwin that told me that. It was Manny and Raphael who were just joking with me. So apologies to Erwin if I made it sound like he was telling me about his birthday. He didn't. In the living room, preparations for ceilings. So the guide rail is around part of the room. But if I swing around Dizzy Pill Poppers, this is basically the entrance area. So the frame has begun just here. Now I'm standing on the stairs and they're preparing to get a little bit more of the ceiling frame in going down. So that's heading down towards the sunroom on the left. On the right is the dining room, and then if you go down to the end and turn right, is the main kitchen. Turn left, it's the dirty kitchen and the helper's room and the laundry room. In the master bedroom, we've got Coelito applying solignum to the wood. I don't know if this is coat 1, 2 or 3, but at least something's going on. This is the bedroom where earlier on we saw a pair of legs and that was it. I'm pretty sure now that those legs belonged probably again to Coelito and he was applying solignum in here as well. Standing now on the balcony at the back of the house, and this is the view that we looked at a few days ago, but now we're getting ever closer to the view that they will have of the finished pool. Now clearly a load of stuff around the outside needs to be done, but the pool itself, looking at least from this angle, pretty close to being completed. This is the master walk-in closet, and this is pretty much the only other activity with William overseeing everything. The only other thing going on upstairs. Well, apart from a bit more drilling out over there. So, more lighting being attached into these channels. The bell has gone, it's 4:30 and we're back amongst the cockerels. So here at the west wall, the barbed wire now goes along here. Roughly, what's that? Just over halfway across this wall. So they're plodding along in, again, very, very hot weather. Over there in the distance, my brother-in-law did take a break from this landscaping that he's doing around the fish pond, and I did get him to wear a hat earlier on. I I tell you, I tried to do a little bit of that. I couldn't do it. The soil is already relatively compacted. Far too much hard work for me. The ceiling frame for the sunroom doesn't look like it's quite finished, but a lot of it is done. Looks to me, to my, as we know, totally untrained eye, as though there's just a little bit more to do with this, with cutting off the ends of some metal fairings. Not much beyond that, I think, and then maybe they can start putting in the gypsum board. This is the pantry where Ronell was working on skim coat earlier. Yeah, he knocked this one out. Let's see if we can find out where he went next. One of the places he went next was here and at the entrance to the dirty kitchen. So he's made a start here. But down here, I think this is all new as well. The helper's bedroom. I don't think any of that was done before. This is the living room. And there's no massive visual change from this morning except for the channel around the outside is all in place. These, what was it they called them? Carrying channels. The vertical attachments to the roof. Those are all in, well, some of those are in place. I think there might have been a bit more electrical done in here. Not a lot, but I think they might have worked on something here. So, they've made a start. We're in the master bedroom, and at various places around the house now, we're starting to see this LED strip light appearing. Clearly not finally attached here, but connections starting to be made. I think there'll be a lot of that over the next 2 or 3 days. This is even harder to see, but here in the bedroom at the back of the house, on the northwest corner, there's LED strip light here attached to the side of these wooden panels. So there's one strip running down here, and there's another strip running down here. So I think that's what it'll be. 2 strips at different levels in each of the rooms that has this kind of ceiling design. Once again, despite everything that's going on inside the house, this is probably the bit that gets the most attention. The floor tiles now extend on the right side, just up to the bridge and just a bit past. On the left side, they're nearly up to that wall, beyond which we've got that shallow area. So again, a lot more progress. It looks like Jay was probably right. A week to do this. This is 3 days work. And they've still got a good third, I would say, of the floor still to cover. And then some cleaning work. Beyond that, we're thinking now that maybe a little bit more paving slabs around the outside of the pool might be required. I think it was Paras in the Philippines that said you almost always see effectively seating areas around pools. We will have the platform, but I think he's right, and I'm not sure yet, but I guess maybe on this side, I don't know. We probably want to place a couple of sun loungers. Not sure yet where it'll be, but I think, yeah, a little bit more paving slabs than the kind of 1 meter around the outside that I mentioned previously. But there we go. That's the end of the day. Kind of disappointing in that the solar installation start had to be put back, but it is just a delay, and so hopefully in another, 4 or 5 days, they'll be on site. Well, they'll probably be on site before that to deliver some of the materials, but they'll actually start now, as I said earlier, next Monday. At least that's the plan. Apart from them not coming, it was another really good day. Ceilings, again, a lot of work there. More work on that perimeter fence. More work on skim coat. Plus, edging ever closer to a swimming pool that we can put some water in. Not quite there yet, but getting closer. Right, tomorrow We'll see what that brings. See you then.